Jacob Kirkbride, SAFC Fan TV. Final score this lunchtime. Sunderland 2, Steve Evans' Rugby Club. Gillingham 2. Guys, every time we just get into a good position to potentially, I know we're in the playoffs after this result, but move even further up. We've blown it once again, and we seem to blow it all the time. Every time we find ourselves in this position, sloppy goals conceded once again. Just we can't seem to have any form of confidence to look like a proper team whenever we're playing at the Stadium of Light right now. Deane, I'll come to you first. Just overall, there's nothing positive I can say about. We scored 2 today. One of them was a penalty, but overall the performance was horrendous today.
But that's where someone's echoing, I think. We can't say nothing about the performance, though, because it's about the result, remember. It's about the result. It doesn't matter about performance. I mean, this is the thing I've been biting on about for ages. Everyone's saying, we're winning. But when we draw or when we get beat, what's people going to say? We've been playing badly. But we've been playing them badly and winning. And let's be fair, Gillingham did not come here to play football. Oh. That reminded me of Stoke.
2009,
long throw-ins, pumping the ball into the box, and don't get us wrong, we dealt with it really, really, really well most of the game. But when it matters most, I mean, don't get us wrong, their first goal was a lovely volley. I'm not going to take away from it. It was a nice volley.
Could have Burge done better?
No, I'm not having that blaming Lee Burge. There's loads of players in front of him. It came through a bunch of players. It went in the corner. If Lee Burge you've seen Lee Burge, he saves more shots. He saved the one off the bar. If Lee Burge could have saved it, he would have saved it. It's as simple as that. He's a good shot. I think he's one of the best shot stoppers in the league, in my opinion. But that's just my opinion. People will disagree. It is what it is. But the second goal, I mean, you've just got to deal with it. And Kendi, when he came on, you could see he's powerful, he's tall, and he caused the problem. And it's just killer because we took the lead twice. I mean, we've took the lead twice and we still blew it. I mean, I can't really give praise because you can't blow a lead twice. You can't. You shouldn't. It shouldn't happen. And we did in the last minute, and it's just horrible. It's a killer.
Yeah, Conrad. It's like the Gillingham game from last season, wasn't it? I mean, they scored in stoppage time in that one. They've done the same today, and I must admit, Bailey Wright not being in the squad today, he was a massive miss in that back four, wasn't he?
I think so, but I don't think Flanagan and Willis had a bad game, especially because they were playing hoofball and height with it all the time, and Wright's not the tallest out of them or blessed with that on there. So I don't think they necessarily did bad, but it was just, like Dina said, the 2 times we switched off and didn't deal with their only real form of attack or their only real form of threat is what's cost us again. And it was the same, nearly a year ago now when we played them last time, and we just did it again. We switch off at key moments and just allow the teams back into the game. And it was just, I know Dino's not going to agree with this point here, but it's not mine. I'm just reading out off the chat on here when people were trying to be a bit positive about it and going 7 points out of 9 is still all right. But it's just the manner of these, where we give away these points now. It's just the worst bit on there. Like that's just the most sickening thing about it.
Yeah. I mean, on was it the throw-ins they had today? That Ryan Jackson lad, he knew how to take a brilliant throw for them when they've got physical strikers on the pitch. Every throw that he put into the box, we couldn't deal with it at all. I mean, they hit the woodwork from one of them, and you could tell that an equalising goal was coming for them. They were knocking on the door, and we, to be fair, second half, we didn't do anything really when we had the ball to really have a go at their back line. Like the quality in the final third was awful. I know McGeady got the goal today, but his performance dried up second half. We hardly saw anything from him on the left-hand side. And once again, when we're in cruise control, like we were in the first 20 minutes, we so easily allow an opposition side to get back into the game. And it simply got to stop now. Dino, I'll come to you on that front.
What do you mean by cruise control, Jacob?
I would say the first 20 minutes, we looked a pretty solid unit with the ball, but then when we allowed Gillingham to have a few runs towards our back line and a couple of set pieces they had, you could tell that they were going to take advantage of that, and eventually they got their rewards.
I disagree with you there. I think the first 10 minutes of the game, we were the good side. We were the one who scored the early goal. But when we scored the goal, I thought it was all Gillingham. I thought Gillingham didn't allow it to play. The press were, they made we hoof the ball a lot. We did create the odd chance, but they were just like simple shots at the keeper where it was like a feeble attempt. But for them were doing all the graft. Them were out dogging with, out fighting with, out working with. I thought them were just humping the ball into the box, and we were just clearing it, and it was coming back, and then obviously we got the penalty. I mean, that really from the goal until the penalty, it was mainly Gillingham, just like just all over because you said 20 minutes.
Apart from Willis's one chance where he forced a save, that in the far corner, that was the one time we actually threatened their keeper properly.
Yeah. And when you think of the chances, them hit the bar, hit the post. I mean,
Charlie White hit the bar with the header, but that was it.
That was
like tip top of the bar, wasn't it, on its way over?
Yeah, but people will say, it was a good chance. But when them hit the post, that was from a powerful strike in the box, and when they hit the bar was a save from Lee Burge, what tipped onto the bar. So when you look at the chances wise, them created more chances, didn't they? Really, in a way.
Yeah, and like I said, when we had the ball second half, do you think Lee Johnson potentially could have changed things sooner in terms of bringing Gooch on a little bit earlier to try and inject more pace into the side? But then again, when Gooch came on, it didn't look no different, to be honest. We weren't taking advantage of fresh legs on the field. We weren't breaking forward with the ball with enough pace. And another point I want to make is, I don't normally like to have a go at referees, but he was awful today. How many elbows in the face did they get away with every time the ball was pumped up in the air? I mean, I can't remember them receiving their first booking until like late on in the second half, to be honest.
It was a weird one because he was giving every single like little foul, little trip, little barge in, like from players as well. But yet the ones you think he would give, like you say, like an arm in front of someone or something like that, he was just letting them go, or was giving a foul but just being like, no, it's perfectly fine. We'll just carry on here. He was sort of more involved than he should have been. He was just giving everything for and not punishing anything. Just, oh right, someone's on the floor, that must be a foul, right? No, not a card though, just foul.
But then again, what do you expect when you're playing a side like Gillingham? To be honest, it was the exact same team that they brought up to our ground last season. Physical, danger from set pieces, and we struggle, to be honest, against them sort of teams. We've struggled for months and months, and let's face it, although we've managed to get in some players in the transfer window, there's still a lot of things that Lee Johnson will need to correct with these players. But then again, in the summer, will a lot of these players be part of the squad that Lee Johnson wants to build for the future? Who knows? Dino, sorry, I'll come to you.
What's the question?
Lee Johnson, some of these squad of players, certainly won't be in his squad for next season, will they?
No, 100% they're not. There's only, like you say, there's only a few players in there I'd want to sign. There'd only be about 3 or 4 players I'd actually want to keep who's out of contract. I mean, to get, like people say on paper, the team should be walking the league, but the game isn't played on paper, it's played on the pitch. And as a unit, as a actual team, they aren't the best. We are not the best team in the league. We are not. We're not the most consistent. The season is about consistency. What's the point in winning Ipswich and then kind of follow up against Gillingham when Ipswich are the better team? There's no point. I mean, you've got to win every game. I know it's not really possible to win every game, but you've got to make sure when you go on that pitch and say you do draw the game, you just say, look, it wasn't our day. We've created these chances, but the keeper was unreal, or we got unlucky with hitting the bar and post, but we didn't do that. All our chances at goal were really feeble. I mean, McGeady had like 2 shots. He had the volley and he had another chance, and they were just straight at the keeper, no power. I mean, what's the point? You've got to hit it with power. But yeah, we didn't lose, but we gave up a winning position twice, and that's unacceptable.
That's not good enough, is it?
It's unacceptable.
I mean, next week, 2 trips to MK Dons, one in the Papa John's Trophy on Tuesday night, one in the league next Saturday, up against the side who have already beaten us this season. Lee Johnson, although at the moment he likes to chop and change the team, it will be interesting to see what sort of players he'll want to start potentially in the cup game to create a reaction out of some of the players who didn't perform today, and what sort of players he'd want for the league game at the weekend, because once again, we need to respond well with 3 points next week in the league. Simple as that. Conrad?
Oh, sorry. You phrase your questions without a question at the end of them. You sort of just say it like a statement. I never know when you sort of like finish it. Yeah, we just got to pick ourselves up again and go again. Obviously, the one on Tuesday night can be a bit more experimental, I guess, on there. But you don't want to give too much away on Tuesday for them to learn what you're going to do the Saturday. Because I know I'd like to go to Wembley and I'd like to win a trophy, but Saturday is more important than Tuesday night.
Exactly. Yeah, Dino?
I think it's time to change the midfield up. I do. I still think we don't offer enough from midfield. I think there's still a lot of sideways and backwards passing. Like you say, our only threat is from the wings, and even that's not even working to the best of its ability at the minute. I think something needs to really major change. Obviously, we made these signings as in Jordan Jones, and we might be bringing in this new lad from Ross County, what's he called, Stewart or something, Ross Stewart. So hopefully we'll get that one over the line, and we can actually try them in the cup maybe, because they won't be cup tied or anything. So maybe give them a run out, see what they got, see what they're made of, or save them for the Saturday game. But I think it's time for Luke O'Nien to actually get a start. I mean, 5 minutes. What's he going to do in 5 minutes? I'm not criticising Lee Johnson for it. I just think Luke O'Nien is a main player, and he should be on the pitch, because I think he offers a lot more than a lot of other players. But the only positive, I think a few good individuals to play. I thought Josh Scowen was everywhere today. I thought Josh Scowen had a really good game. And I know people might say, no, he played shit. I thought his tackling was really good. He was on the ball a lot. I felt like Scowen was our main centre mid today. I really did.
Anyway, guys, I hope you've enjoyed today's match day stream here on SAFC Fan TV and the review that we've just done. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. We're very close to 5,000 subscribers now, so if you could please do that, it would be very much appreciated. We'll be back with the Sunday bunch tomorrow, and also a live stream for the MK Dons game on Tuesday night as well. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You're watching SAFC Fan TV. How are the lads? Keep the faith.